Peace, good people. It is your boy Brody. Thank y'all for tapping into Broadcast Wrestling. And today I'm coming to y'all with some pretty big news out of Japan. That's right. Kazuchika Okada is officially leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. Gave his notice last night. Final match will be, I think, February 3rd against Tanahashi. And the Rainmaker is about to get paid, man. He is testing the free agent market, and the expectation is that he will be coming to the United States full-time and will be going to one of the big two promotions, WWE or AEW. And this is a very, very big deal because Okada, even as someone who doesn't really watch Japanese wrestling, I kind of just follow it through social media or whatever. Okada's a name that I constantly hear, even over like the last 15 years, just period. He's one of those names that I heard so much, I was like, man, let me go check this dude out. And I was blown away. I was really, really impressed by him. Like the first time I saw him, which I think was one of his Kenny Omega matches a while ago. But he's widely considered to be the best Japanese wrestler in the world, and honestly might be the best wrestler of the last 15 years. I mean, just looking at his body of work. And he is now going to come to America. And the speculation is he'll be going to either AEW or WWE. And so it got me thinking which would actually be the better option for the man. Because he's already made some appearances in AEW. He did Forbidden Door, and I think he had a match on Dynamite. So a lot of people are kind of expecting him to go there because of that prior relationship, because there's so many people in that locker room, so many people, even the executive vice presidents that he's worked with before in the past. I think, and this is why I'm making these videos, because I want to compare it to what would he get out of AEW, what would he get out of WWE. So let's start with AEW here, right? One, fans already have this crazy amount of knowledge on who Okada is. That is their base. Okada is their base, and to that audience, he will be a huge star. I mean, immediately. And that's all good to me. I think that's such a good thing. But at the same time, my worst fear for him is that he will go to AEW and get lost in the shuffle. If your name is not Jon Moxley, you've gotten lost in the shuffle at some point since you've been signed to AEW. Like it doesn't matter who you are. If you have been signed there and you come from somewhere else and you're looked at as a big deal, at some point you have gotten lost in the shuffle. And that is a fear of mine that I have for Okada in AEW, that he might get lost in that shuffle at some point. But even still with that, I think there's a lot of opponents there that he has worked with before, so there's great expectations for the match quality and just having the exposure with those type of names on a mainstream American stage. Now, let's talk about WWE. So, for me with WWE, I'm interested in him going there just because it is a completely new and different set of talent that he's going to be working with. Like I said before, if you go up and down the AEW roster, there's countless names that he's worked with before, that he's had matches with before, even as recently as a few years ago, you know what I'm saying? But WWE, a lot of their top stars, Okada has never really worked with before. Like, for example, Seth Rollins, I don't think they've ever had a match before. Roman Reigns, I'm sure they haven't had a match before. Randy Orton, just take a pick, man. Just go through the list. There's so many new and fresh opponents for him in WWE, and it's also a chance for him to really kind of get the credit that I think he should have been getting from a more larger audience in terms of fan. Like I said, if you are a hardcore wrestling fan, you know who Okada is. And even if you're a casual wrestling fan, you probably heard the name Okada. However, if he goes to WWE, that name will probably get elevated even more with his Rainmaker gimmick, which I think is super dope. all that stuff will be elevated so much higher to me in the WWE. And just like I said, him being there, new fresh opponents, and then on top of that, let's talk about Triple H and how he's been booking Japanese talent, man. It ain't like Vince McMahon. You know, Vince, when he was booking Japanese talent, it was always kind of like stereotypical. But Triple H isn't doing that. He's booking Japanese talent to be strong. I mean, look at Io Scott. She's the women's champion right now. Shinsuke Nakamura, I think, he was booked well in NXT, and I think Triple H is trying to rebook him like he did in NXT again right now. We're just seeing the stuff he's been doing with Cody Rhodes and all that. So I think the best for me personally, I think Okada's best option here is to go to WWE, just because, I mean, it's such a different environment, such a different atmosphere, and it'll really be able to just kind of showcase him a little bit differently than he has been before. And like I said before, if he does go to AEW, I think he will be in the environment in which he will thrive, and he will be looked at as a star immediately. But like I said, my fear is just he will get lost in the shuffle like everybody else, because that seemingly is what always happens with AEW. Unless your name is Jon Moxley or CM Punk, your name, you always kind of get lost. So we'll see how things go. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. How do you feel about Okada leaving New Japan? Where do you think he'll go? What do you think will be the best option for him as he goes forth with his free agency, man? This is a dope time in wrestling, man, because there's so many great free agents out there, and we looking at like LeBron being a free agent with Okada. So we'll see. But y'all let me know what y'all think. It's been your boy Brody. Thank y'all for tapping into the broadcast wrestling as always. Peace.